We do.
And I'm going to play it. What is up? Finding the thing. And
I'm not the bubble. 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 I'm not the bubble.
boom.
Is that real life footage of the Boyd plot?
Yeah, it's from Boyd. Yeah. So hey, we got EOSIO Michael. We actually just call you EOSIO now. I think you probably know this already, but then it's like you have a name.
All right, that's what. And even Anders was joking. He's like, "I don't even know your last name. You don't need to know it."
You have a last name. I thought Michael was your last name. So yeah, we got the EOSIO on today. There's some changes coming to where EOSIO the plot is going to live, the project where it's going to live. I figured Anders would want to show up here to gloat. We can get into that later. And I invited Greg to come in and hang out with us as well because the Genesis NFTs for the Chicken Cow Land sale are going out. And again, the Genesis NFTs, really short version. You get perks for buying them. And all of the revenue that comes in from that goes straight to the rewards pool. You can track the rewards pool on the Wax blockchain at the Uplift.xp. And that's what we're going to be using to just make Wax bubble up out of the ground into your wallet. I almost said pants. That would be weird. Wallet.
If you say it, it's not like Oz where if you say it 3 times and click your wallet together, it just things appear.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg was blowing my shit up, and now he's like, "Fuck you, Corey. Fuck you."
And that's okay. I got some questions.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
There's
scene.
So
hey,
yeah,
Michael,
we hinted about this yesterday. How did Greg and Anders win you over to survival mode? What happened?
I'm curious. I didn't know that was happening until it had happened. So I'm curious about what's going on.
Apparently, there's more to Minecraft than just building blocks.
Hey, what? What?
Funny story. I was over with somebody else on their land, and they were over in the survival mode. We had just kind of made that decision and everything, and all of a sudden we're in the house and talking about, it's a little different over here. And half the house gets blown off the map. And I'm like, it's a whole nother world over here.
Part of the reason why I've been so stuck in creative is because when we first started building the Cathedral 1.0, those creepers kept coming out and blowing shit up. And like I literally, I didn't know how to protect it back then. Like I think, Greg knows how to do all that stuff now. But I have like deep-seated real trauma from that. It's like,
sorry, go ahead.
No, it's like I'm a wuss is really what it boils down to, and apparently that's what Greg calls me online.
I do no such thing.
I heard it was a fucking wuss.
I think I may be immortalized.
And he's right. Like,
I would like to see a transcript of that comment because I don't recall ever saying that about you ever in any context.
All right, no, Anders is just making stuff up then because he wants to just like.
Yeah, man.
Again, for the record, like that would be correct because like I am, and I'm addicted to sea lanterns. This is a real thing.
Well, I say that constantly.
Demonstrably true. Yeah.
I had a sweet ass fireplace. I don't know how I got it in survival, but I think I killed someone and I got this fire and I was like, sweet, I am set this up on a beach. And it was awesome because I could just chill there when the creepers came out. But then one day I died walked away from my computer, and the fireplace was gone, and there was like a big hole in the middle. Of the
That's a creeper.
Like, and I'm like, what happened? Like, I thought Greg was just messing with me. He's just with his op controls. He's like, screw this guy. He lets me into the stream late. I'm just gonna go blow up his shit. Because like it's same thing happened to my shelter. It was like half blown apart. Like I don't know
/ smite Jimmy. That's my I have a special command just for that.
No, but like I think
like has that as a hotkey whenever I'm riding my roller coaster.
but Michael has a good point. Like a lot. Like I seriously thought like that somebody was like, you know, out to get me that had like op controls. I'm just like, man, I didn't respond to Corey's messages in time again. Like it was but like what is this, Greg? Like what happens? And Michael, like you've been in there for like a couple of days. So like, are you scared of creepers? Because I'm pretty sure everyone is. Like me too. It's like God, you hear, especially those damn skeletons. You hear the tick, 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 and you can't find them. You can't see them, and you know you're gonna die. And you've got like 5 apples, and they're gonna go with you. And
I was scared of the creepers when I was watching Greg and all y'all talking about. All right, please, everybody, just go to sleep. If we go to sleep, they'll go away.
If a percentage of people in the world sleep at sunset, you skip the night cycle, nothing new spawns.
There you go, right?
So when you see the sun go down, you need to put yourself in a bed for 10 seconds. You'll skip the entire night cycle. That's one of the ways you protect yourself from hostile mobs in a survival world. So
when it wasn't Greg saying everybody go to sleep and they'll go away, it was died, blown up. It was
yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Jimmy, I actually have some specific advice about creepers. Okay, number one, don't build your stuff out of dirt because there's a blast value. In other words, the stronger the material, the less damage they do. Okay, if they go off in the water, they don't damage anything. So if you can hit a creeper with your sword and knock him back into the water and he goes off, nothing gets destroyed. You don't get damage. They don't do any damage when they're standing in water. Also, if you put cats everywhere, creepers are afraid of cats. And I know Corey loves when I give that advice, but creepers are afraid of cats.
Fun fact, I learned the hard way. Cats don't like rabbits.
Right.
Sadly, I had to learn that while my 4-year-old and I were building a zoo. Daddy, what's that?
That's some sweet advice, but I think like for that, like, yeah, so the reason I have a dirt hut is because like I'm really detail oriented. Corey will tell you, like I'll most people will let something go. I'll spend like an hour fixing it to make it perfect. And so the dirt house is there for a reason. The reason the dirt house is there is because I haven't fully, like, this is how much of a nerd I am now. I haven't fully like planned out the layout of my like stone house.
Sure.
I'm collecting all the materials.
Sure. And for a while, that's going to be the thing. You can, I
like it.
I believe if you have rooms that are 2 blocks tall, okay, and you put carpet down on the floor, the carpet takes up enough space that creepers can't spawn.
And leaves as well. Apparently they won't spawn on leaves. You can put leaves on
make the floor out of leaf blocks. Yeah.
So I know one thing at least.
Okay, so look what's happening. You guys are actually learning that there are a million little tricks like this for every different kind of thing that happens in the game. There are these little workarounds and tricks and physics modeling strangenesses that will do you some good. Like I'm watching people post about they're worried about running out of iron. I have a fix for that. I'm not telling any of you what it is because I'm going to sell you a lot of iron in the future. So yeah. So I'm loving watching you guys discover the play, the actual Minecraft play. That's fun. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to see me through my entire infancy. Remember, you were the one that taught me how to. Well, wait, how do I whack a block? Let's start there.
Yeah, I tell that story all the time. I show me break a block. I come back 3 days later, and there's a giant roller coaster.
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So my other curious question that has to do with learning is like, Michael, I noticed recently, like you got a colony of like, you know, I don't know. I think this is really politically incorrect, but I'm going to say it anyway. Gypsies under the tracks or something like.
No, those aren't mine. That's what I it's been this ongoing thing is I don't understand why everybody else has villagers pop up on it. And like the EOSUSA land is always blacklisted. I blame Greg. He knows it's probably him and Lisa talking and being like I'm telling you, you don't want them to be there.
Yeah. I mean, I really I want that's what I just want a I want villagers to pop up on my property so that I can I can just occupy one of their houses. I think that would be cool.
That's
And you
I
can.
just want some people kind of roaming around or whatever. And so I'm like, still that we moved everything. Boom, I didn't get any villagers either. So I'm looking at this other plot the other day, and I'm like, wait a minute. Not only do they have a village, but they have homeless villagers that are living under bridges.
Yeah, the whole thing, when I talk about having to fence villagers in, this is why they'll wander off to some single spot and just stand around there. You have to kind of have to herd them into areas where
they built I don't know.
So there's a village there
underneath the bridge.
Interesting.
And so the other question I wanted to ask you, because I just recently learned this from Greg a couple of days ago, and I was talking about the animals, and it's weird for me, the selection of animals that is in there. And Greg said, with the right plugins, you can pretty much plug in any animal into the game. And I kind of wanted to know, for our server, is that true? Is that op control plugins or the I'm assuming that they're op controlled, right?
Well, no, it would have to be a server level plugin. So the devs would have to decide that it would work and not interfere with other things they're using. So that's tricky. And it's, I mean, I think we need, we have an ideas list, right? I think we should have a wanted plugins list, and we're never going to get them all in the game. But there are some cool things. There's even an ocean modification that puts sharks in the ocean.
I wouldn't be opposed if Corey, monetized a plugin list, to be honest.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
A reward pool, right? I think
that's a good idea. What a fun way to increase the rewards pool for sure.
Yeah. There's some we talked about a tombstones plugin where when you get killed, all your stuff scatters all over the world, but or around an area, and you have only 5 minutes to get back to it. But there's a tombstones plugin where it puts all your stuff in a chest under a tombstone, and as long you can get back there, and all your stuff will be retained in a chest for you if you get killed.
I wouldn't say so much about the chest to get it back, but it definitely would be cool to see all of the
tombstones all over the place. Yeah, it is. I've used that plugin before, and it's hilarious.
You'd see 15 tombstones and be like, Peter Griffin in your way back.
Yeah,
something wrong here.
Yeah, it's like the heat maps for who gets killed where in Call of Duty.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't go here. There's a sniper.
Oh, what do we got there? What are we linking there? What's happening?
I went in and unilaterally decided there wasn't enough chicken cob mare NFTs in the world.
All right,
and so I'm just dropping some rain. I'm making it rain. Rain. So what do you think about? I was thinking about maybe playing the story that you made.
I'd be really happy to do. Yeah,
it's gonna be the level 1 kind of thing.
I wish I'd gotten the order of some of the pictures a little better, but what I'm really thrilled about is hearing my friends and family tell the story. It's pretty cool.
It's good stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let me pull it up here. I had it open yesterday. Should be doable. Yeah. The music. I think my favorite part initially when this pops up is that it reminds me of all those the videos that Sue started making.
Right.
The tourist videos are so good.
This is from my personal stash of audio production music for commercials. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Back when I was spending money to make commercials.
Right. Can you guys hear that okay?
No sound.
Mother effing frick on a stick.
Okay.
Let's just do the video file.
Yeah, I also have the video file here somewhere if you need me to.
I got it.
There you go.
Gotta get my bongos out.
Chicken Cause is semi-autonomous.
It's wait, Corey. It's
region in the
is it lagging for anybody besides me?
Is it lagging for you guys?
Yeah, it looked like the audio was way behind the video there.
Well,
we've all been
not sure. It
all right.
looks fun to me, but
I got an idea. What happened?
You're not going to turn it. You're not going to turn the video off, Greg, and make Greg do the whole script in 5 different voices.
I have it.
Yes, I am. That is a great idea.
You can cause a semi-autonomous region within the Uplift world of Minecraft.
That's freaky. Yeah. Okay. Sorry here.
You're that voice on the It's a Small World tour. Please keep your hand and feet inside of the vehicle at all times.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Wow. Was that actually you?
No, but I wish it was. I always wanted to do that voiceover.
All right. Well, let me know. It's not a lot if you can hear this. Noise. Is it too loud? It's kind of loud for me.
No, it's not.
Beautiful.
Not that loud.
Chicken Caw is a semi-autonomous city, region, in the Uplift World Minecraft server. We have all been whitelisted members of the server since well before the Uplift was even conceptualized. Back then, it was called Corey and Greg's Gratitude Minecraft server. The gratitude that you see expressed there today was literally baked in from day one. Some of us were in this world the very day the server was switched on. In the time since, we've been building, not just structures, but a community of like-minded friends and literally family. Grounded in gratitude, generosity, and community purpose, we built much of what exists in the Uplift, up to and including the cathedrals, the many science and art builds, the roads and rails that connect things, and the spirit of the place.
When M Blue and the Uplift Art Project first became involved, the CK7 and a few others were tasked and entrusted with helping to realize the potential of auctioning original digital artworks in a Minecraft world to raise money for charity, specifically the building of schools in Haiti via the Haitian Roots charity. Starting with Burning Man, which still burns bright near the original cathedral, and continuing through several other projects, members of the CK7 have been deeply involved in building and showcasing these works, from conception to auction.
Early in the process of making the Uplift World a large, vibrant, creative world, Corey decided to reward us for our input and work by ceding us a rather large land holding, entrusting us to develop it as we saw fit. He felt that doing so would help create a roadmap for future independent or near-independent governance models for other possible cities and regions.
We began by deciding that if we were able to generate an income from Chicken Caw, which was then called West City, we would model our actions after the UpliftArt model and donate a significant portion of proceeds to charities. And we will likely focus on more local, under-the-radar charities in our communities in the US and Canada. This tradition is not new to most of us who participated in a prior project with Corey, his launch of a joke token called Shipple in 2018. Greg Smithwick, Uplift Greg, actually accidentally created the first use case for Shipple by gifting it to those seeking the token who could prove donations to local homeless and food bank programs. Our motto there became do good, make memes, take naps, a policy we try to follow to this day. SueFG, Laugh Track 11, Uplift Greg, and the fifth beetle of Chicken Caw, Martin Bullshipples, were all Shipple community leaders.
Our land and rail survey is underway. We're building a vibrant, exciting, livable community, which we intend to shepherd into a prosperous future. Our first efforts are themed around Mesoamerican cultures like the Maya and the Aztecs, and we're working to make those motifs respectful and meaningful, and to help educate about the struggle of those peoples in the past and in the present. Giant stone chicken notwithstanding. According to Google Translate, West City in the
Also, giant chicken.
Yucatec language is Chicken Caw. And as you can see, a bunch of internet weirdos instantly latched on to the similarity to our feathered mascot.
We will also be making ourselves available to consult, plan, and construct projects for others who are too busy to build for themselves. Some folks see NFT ownership as an investment, and developing attractive and interesting builds on your land and rail will be vital. All of the CK7 are talented, from mining to decorating, fine art, and machine creation. The Chicken Caw Development Group is ready to build for you. We will even provide opportunities to earn wax by building for other uplifters.
Previously mentioned, we are partnering with Martian Bullshipples to create a sub-region called Shippletopia, along with Crownlandia, brainchild and project of Lisa Chandler. These sub-regions will have their own economic ideas and plans. They will mutually benefit us by being accessible only via the Chicken Caw portal, which means the city will get revenue for traffic, and we are confident that they will attract people who want to buy into and be near these exciting projects. We are certain that the Shippletopia project will be a massive draw and will help the CK7 raise awareness and a lot of money for real-world good deeds. In fact, Martian Bullshipples insisted that the Chicken Caw 7 become the charitable giving managers for the Shippletopia project. We cannot say more about this project just yet, but we are incredibly honored and excited that we get to help Marty build a dream that will satisfy our concurrent needs to do good and make memes. So, if you believe in the things that we believe in, gratitude, generosity, kindness, and community, and naps and giant chickens, we want you to join us. Invest in land and rail in our community and help us build and live in the greatest metaverse community there is. Welcome to Chicken Caw.
I should have put that thing up there at the end. The freaking Chicken Caw noise. Epic fail. Anyway.
Pick me.
Do it.
Can we just hashtag game changer like 10 times? Because not only was that brilliant, by the way, because what they're doing with the charity is awesome and the backstory is cool. But this is a first on many levels. Okay, I've never seen an NFT like this before. Not anywhere in the space. Right.
Really?
This is like with 7 people, backstory, radio voices, talking. It's like basically a cool commercial that isn't lame. It's like
Are you saying that people are doing a lot of drops that are not cool commercials that are perhaps somewhat lame?
No, I'm saying
I got 2 of them today. So
no. I'm saying commercials in the real world are lame, but this one's not in the real. Well, it's kind of in the real world, but it's in the real world modified to be cool instead of lame. It's like,
fair enough. Sure, let's roll with it. I like it.
It's a flipping NFT. This isn't NFT. I want people to understand this. This isn't just a commercial where you watch it and they prey on your ability to buy stuff. This is an NFT, and this is a gratitude NFT. And if you've been in this space long enough, you know what gratitude or perpetual giving or NFTs for the Uplift means, and that means that they're going to have some sort of future reward potential. So I think this is a huge kind of deal, not just because it's cool, but also because it's like, again, Uplift Nation is changing the paradigm for what it means to be a metaverse, for what it means to be a community, for what it means to, plug into the future, in my opinion. So really well done, Greg, and
thanks, Jimmy,
and your 7, the Chicken Caw 7. I messed that up, but anyway, like it's really cool, and like the frames, awesome.
That's Dennis, obviously.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like I had nothing to do with this, but I'm just gonna hype the team because the team we work with is freaking awesome, and like on so many levels, this is amazing. This isn't just like a video. Our videos are really cool, Corey. The videos that we play at the beginning of the show are freaking awesome, but they're not NFTs. This is.
Yeah, they should, and honestly, like we should make them NFTs.
Yeah, all credit to the guy. But basically, we have a folder called Chicken Caw, and we just dropped all this stuff in it, and this happened. So we I did the editing of the audio and video clips and picture clips, but as far as making them into NFTs, that's the team. They're way better at that than I am. So than we are. So, but thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for.
And the second point is, if it hasn't become obvious why through watching this, Chicken Caw has their own land. Like I don't think anyone's complaining, but I just want to put this. I'm going to take a clip for when someone does complain. Amazing people doing amazing things on a local level that like is something that like I'm a big fan of, right? Like,
well, and it's like, it was our way of kind of doing equity in the startup, right? Because like without Greg and all of these people, this wouldn't have happened, right? Like maybe, but probably not. And
it would have taken us 10,000 years.
Well, right. I mean, but I mean, it's like it the lifeblood that got breathed into this place so that when I started showing people this is what we could do, right? Like it was all of us being in there and being part of that community that gave people that sense that, oh shit, this could actually be a community that will work. So that's why they have what they have out there, and I was just proud that we could actually make it work. Anyway, so that was the level 1. For the million questions that we're gonna get on this, the level 1 is gonna be pretty much the same as the level 1 for Genesis. You combine 3 rail from Chicken Ka, has to be from Chicken Ka, 3 rail from Chicken Ka, plus 1 of these level 1s. That's going to get you a free random piece of land in London once we have those NFTs done up. And it's going to it'll surprise me if we're not doing that before the end of this month for London.
Now, because someone isn't sure to ask this question, I'm going to ask it because, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I know the answer. When and how do I get the 3 rail from Chicken Ka?
We actually haven't released the date for that sale yet. We are targeting between the 10th and the 15th, but no promises.
Yeah, so this is independent of the previous projects that have went out, the previous probes, the previous things that have went out. So this is a whole entirely new thing, which is again what I like about it is that we're probably going to have this model that's going to be repetitious through various projects. And so again, another first, the Chicken Ka community is kind of essentially demoing a whole new process for us. And right now I'm kind of sold on it, so good job.
Yeah, especially considering the actual people. Well, hold on. So that was the level 1. So the level 2 is it's going to be a little bit more expensive. There's only going to be 1,000 of them. It's going to get you double the rails, right? So for every 3, for the London. So for every 3 rail that you have purchased in Chicken Ka plus these level 2s, you're going to get 2 lands in London. So that's fun. And there's going to be a bunch of other perks for those level 2s as well. But even just owning them, like, check this out.
For the Uplift, Corey, and Chicken Ka.
I am grateful for the ability to play Minecraft with my friends. Our community has grown over the last few months, but it still feels like a community. I am so looking forward to seeing what the future holds for all of the Uplift world.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to share what we've learned and what we love about Minecraft and community with those in the Uplift world today.
I am grateful for the Uplift world, for the friendships that have developed, the family connections that have grown, and the astonishing ability to do real world good.
I am grateful that I don't have anybody negative in my life right now. Everyone that I interact with, everybody, is positive and supportive. They help each other out. They help me. They're good people. They're kind. They're generous. I'm grateful for those people.
I am so grateful having taken this long, crazy ride. I've met some fantastic people along the way. I've learned about NFTs. I don't know how many wallets Corey has talked me into downloading. I'm trying to learn about crypto. I've learned about Minecraft. It has just been so much fun. I have really appreciated the whole experience.
Merci pour l'anneau. 1, 2. Offline, merci pour la nourriture. Offline, merci pour la nourriture. Good job, et vous sont applaudis.
Chicken!
That's the kids from the school thanking Uplift.
Yeah, that's the thing, and we're gonna build another school, so that's fun. So yeah, that's the level 2, which is cool.
So I have a newish highlight map from Katie. Do you mind if I share that, Corey? Is that okay?
Yeah, go to town.
Just so people can get an idea. Somebody's asking in the thread there. So basically, Chicken Ka proper is this area right here, and you can see all the rail that shot through the city proper. But these areas at top and along the bottom are land and rail that's going to be for sale. All the rail is going to be for sale. Nothing within the city proper is going to be for sale just yet.
The rail, and you said,
right?
sorry,
No
just to be
land.
clear.
Sorry, no
Right.
land will be for sale in there yet. This is Crownlandia along this side, and then my personal plot is this one up here. And these are the OG estancias. I guess we're calling them now.
Estancias.
Yeah, because we're fancy.
Fair enough.
But yeah, all of this along the bottom will be for sale in Chicken Ka, and this block at the top of land. And so there's quite a bit. There's a lot of rail. And we're pretty excited about how that's going to go.
Do you have any pictures of and this is something we're going to work on, like getting the clips? Because like if I had a clip of a fly through of the rail market that Sue etc. built, I would play it. I would play it right now. If you wanted to add that even into the brand videos, that'd be tight.
Let me see if I've got a clip of that.
I tasked Greg with doing 5-second flyovers of like every build, and he's like, "Yeah, but which ones?" I said, "Yes." and he basically shit a toaster, and then it's a big job.
All right, I'm looking.
Speaking of big jobs, you know what I want? I want to plug in for wheels so we can go and we can move those motorhomes off the lads plot.
All right, I don't think that exists, but I like where your head's at.
Park them under one of Michael's bridges. That would be good to fly over. Hey, who's moving the motorhome?
Indeed. Oh, hey, while Greg's doing that, how'd you let us forget this, Jimmy?
Yeah, I was on it, but we got 100.
We got rolling. Sorry. All right. So EOSIO, since you are the special guest today, you go first.
I'm glad it's Friday.
Fair enough. Nailed that. Jimmy, how about you?
I'm grateful when stuff comes together.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of a cancellation that I maybe didn't know about. And we grabbed Michael online. Lisa Chandler's been amazing in helping us book, guests and doing things even post the DACathon. So thank you for that. And just all the people that we end up working together with, the people in the community that have onboarded and joined us, Cowie and Bullshipples and Roar. Doing amazing things in the community, and these people are just there doing things, and it's all coming together, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, like, it might even be more amazing than the price of wax, if I'm honest.
That's a possibility. Yeah, I'm grateful for the Uplift team this morning. I'm realizing more and more all the time how stacked it is. Right, like Nick, you guys have seen Nick, NFT Nick or whatever. He's hilarious. And does some community management that you guys see, but he's actually our IT guy. He's running all of our server scaling and it's super fun, right? So he was helping me get my internet upgraded, we got like a gamer modem and all that kind of stuff. We're still trying to work on it, and we found out like my internet speed is still kind of low. So he calls up the dude that is running Atlantic for this part of the and like gets on while I'm on it, gets on the phone with him, and it's like, hey, my buddy, it's under his wife's name, blah blah blah. You get like, find that, you found it, cool. You got to fix these guys up, man. No, it's got to be fixed up by like tomorrow. The guy runs like Florida for Atlantic. Like, what the hell? Who are you?
Honestly, like, I think we might, like, we all love Nick, but I think we might be undervaluing him. I had a conversation with him the other night, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I'm kind of on vacation. I went to a new city, and he, like, I'm in Japan, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. He next message, he's like, hey, you got to check out this restaurant and this restaurant if they're still open. He's recommending restaurants for a country that I've lived in 20 years. I'm like, how are you recommending restaurants in Japan?
Yeah, it's a thing, man. It's a thing. And like, the more I find out about Leora, who's been helping us on the marketing side, the more I find out about like Dennis, who messaged me this like really, heartwarming, like, take care of yourself, you dumb bastard message. I'm paraphrasing. It was just, we lucked out, and Cowie and everybody. It's crazy. It's crazy pants. Yeah. It's crazy. All right. So G Money.
Greg, you missed Greg.
I'm grateful for Marty Bullshipples.
Nice.
And I can't say much more about why. But he's put some amazing opportunities in front of the seven of us, the CK7. And he is the fifth Beatle of the CK7. He really is. Like, he's remarkable, and we're lucky to have him around.
I love how little sense that phrase makes. Like, I saw the fifth Beatle is like in our copy for these things. I'm like, there's 7 of you. The fifth Beatle, what? And then I just saw Schipple memes in my head about horse sharks, and it kind of all made sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. It makes sense. Trust me.
I believe you. I like that it's goofball. That's my jam.
Billy D. Williams, I believe, played keyboard on a lot of Beatles records and was never credited, or he used to hang out with them and make music, and he's on all their albums. So they often called him the fifth Beatle, and so that's kind of where that came from. He's making a lot of things possible for Chicken Ka that we otherwise would not have had. Okay, so I do have a clip.
Okay.
Of the fly through clip of the shopping district.
Okay. Do you want to upload it, or do you want to just throw it into? Because I was just throwing it into Chrome.
What? I was just going to show it on screen. Is what I was going to do.
Yeah.
No,
if you upload it every time this comes up, I can be like, bang. But it's up to you.
Upload it to.
You're
I don't understand.
Live. It's great.
Yeah. What you guys thought this was going to be a professionally run show?
That's silly.
It's not what we do here. Any observation? What is up, Anders?
Well, how come it doesn't show up? That's so weird. Okay, so we're just going to do it this way.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah, so this is the cross reel that they made. I think we're going to see a lot of that. So this is on rail, guys.
This is how much you can fit on the width of a rail plot.
Right. And these are probably 15 by 10 maybe, or 20 by 15, something like that. These little shops. This is fascinating to me. Because I went into one of them that they left empty and just threw up an NFT picture and a QR code. Fit really good, looked really awesome. But you're going to be able to make small things like that. And who knows? Maybe you rent them out. Maybe you cut a dope deal with somebody. That was a turn of phrase.
Yeah, you could absolutely fit. You could absolutely fit 4 shops that size on a rail plot.
Yeah.
And you can make
genius.
them 250 blocks tall too. So
yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. You can fit mini skyscrapers on there. So if you haven't figured it out, Anders joining us. Great, thank you, Anders, for jumping. we wanted to pull you, and we were kind of having a weird, random, very planned out show.
Yeah, as always.
We planned this to the letter, all the letters.
Talking about a lot of things about survival. So we went through the Chicken Ka Genesis thing.
Michael has understood that it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's starting to look that way.
It's the best thing ever, but it's definitely different.
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm happy to join for a while. I have an interview with another project. They are interviewing me they want to talk about NFTs for some reason.
Can't imagine.
20 minutes.
I mean, we're gonna have to sumo sometimes because whenever you double book us and you bring people on, our numbers drop. So yeah, but I don't blame people because sometimes I just want to go watch you, to be honest.
It sounds like you're blaming me.
So I wanted to have this conversation, like we said, we're starting to. So the Genesis NFTs for Chicken Ka are going out. And as Corey mentioned earlier, the dates for those rail things are not set, but that's going to be survival. And I think there's no consensus yet right now, but definitely the whole world won't be mobs. Parts of it may have mobs enabled, but the true hardcore survivalist map is actually starting to fill up. And as Anders has been in there kind of from the beginning, maybe before it was even really true survivalist.
He's the reason it is. We all know that.
But Michael's there. We don't have very many plots left. Actually, there's a few on Outscape. So
by that you mean community plots?
Yeah, community plots.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And we're jacking the amounts up for what the social media thing is. But we're also making it easier for people to come in and do halves or quads. So if you have a smallish NFT project and we really like you, or Anders is oh my god, these guys are going to be amazing, that kind of thing. We're working to figure stuff out. But yeah, that map's going to be full. probably in like a week, which is
it might be
crazy,
full
man.
in like a couple days, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. I mean, people are asking for basic things like I can make a bed. They don't have any sheeps on their land,
Right.
so
You
they
gotta
need to
help
go and talk
community.
to people and
Right.
like, can I help you? Can I give you an NFT? Can I get some wool? Can we do something? Like I already done trades with 2 different guys, and the map is not even official yet, right?
That's cool. Tell us about those trades.
Yeah, so one was actually for a full set of iron gear. He mobs suddenly appeared. He was not ready. He didn't have a full farm. He didn't really have anything. He lost a lot. Like he was tabbed out when the mobs came on, and then he has heard, well, whoops, I died. So that's Brad the third. So he was in, and then he lost like I don't know, like 14 or 16 diamonds and a lot of iron and everything.
That hurts.
And that's a lot in survival. So he's like, yeah, everything is so hard. I'm like, do you want the full armor? Or do you want a weapon? I can hook you up. So since he's new and I had a head start before all the mobs came, I gave him a full set for. I got a one crypto monkey.
Can you play that back again? One more time, Anderson? One more time, because I've been harping on you on the Telegram channel for this for a while now. What did you have? You had a what? A head start before the mobs came?
A small head start. I think like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So yeah, that makes a big difference. I mean, the size that we have built in this speed, that is not possible with the mobs. You can build that size, you can build way more with mobs, but with that speed that we have done, it's hard. And especially if you're alone fighting, building lights, building blocks is very difficult if you're alone on a map. If you are 2 or 3 people, everything is way easier, because you can have one guy as fighting off mobs, you can have one placing lights, and then all the problems are gone. Well, most of them.
So this is a rhetorical question that I'm going to answer myself, but sometimes rhetorical questions are good. You know what I like about being on the show with Corey and being in this world that we're in is that, like Corey pointed out the other day, this is kind of like our office. Like we like, if you were to stand up in the middle of like a normal business meeting and just throw it out there, like it wouldn't go over so well, right? But I like this. So I have a proposal that I'd like to talk to you guys about, because I didn't realize this, but Corey mentioned this, I think, like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago on the show, in that 4-map cluster, that Genesis cluster area. And the reason I bring it up is because Andrews is right there. Michael's like a community guy. I'm there. Greg's in the game a lot, and as well as Corey when he has time. And there's that 4-block cluster. And one of the guys, one of the first people, like they basically picked a water plot, and they were in that 4-block cluster. And it was like really problematic. And it was nice to see the community. Like I know Greg went in there and Anders helped him out. So that part was good. But there's another like 4-block, the bottom diagonal corner isn't being used. I didn't realize that until today, but apparently that's not being doled out to the community. I don't know if we have plans for it, but I was wondering if
which map are we on?
The survival map.
Okay.
I was kind of thinking, what, like Anders, maybe we can do it on a different plot as well, but I was kind of thinking it'd be really cool if, like, close to the Genesis spawn area, we could have like almost like this weird like in-game farmers market, whereby like people could go to this place on a certain day at a certain time, meet people in the game, and like have this kind of like trade thing. Because like you said, it's actually pretty freaking difficult to get a bed if you're on a water plot and there's no freaking sheep. Right?
I mean, we figured that. I mean, that's some of the services that EOSUSA Games is going to try to start helping develop and kind of get spawned. Is, I mean, this economy and everything that people are going to be. You'll have the miners, you'll have the lumberjacks, you'll have the farriers, you'll have the whatever. Right. Of course, in this early stage, it's hard. I mean, you're relying on the community and things like that, and there's some great people out there, but. That's why I was talking to one of the cats that was looking at spinning things up, and he was like, how do we do this quick? And I'm like, well, you get some miners to go out and get the things, or you buy them off of the open market, and then you have somebody build. Like,
well, and it's a different game than the regular game as well, right? Because like, here's the thing, right? Like if you go into any other server, and this isn't entirely true, but I think it's kind of true. So if you go into any other server, you can just walk around and kill whatever you want, right? But we because of the cryptocurrency, embedding, reward process that we have, we can't just have people going in and like raiding other people's land. And I think that bombing other people's shit, the mobs do that well enough. So I really want to I really want to thank you, Jenny. Sorry about that. I really want to explore this with Anders and Michael, because they are part of this community. We've kind of onboarded them, and they've been there from the beginning, and there's a lot of really cool projects in there that I think are looking to build these types of things, and so yeah, something for us all to ponder if you're in survival land.
Like me, Eric, and Kim, we are those that are playing on my land. What we have done is we have built a small garden with a few plants. I don't know how many plants. Small garden. I don't know if it's like 200 times 200 or 200 times 150, something like that is the garden right now. And so what we have is a lot of plants of carrots, wheat, melons. I think we have some cacao. We have some beets, potatoes, pumpkins. I don't know if I said that. And now we're starting to get sheeps again, and we're getting cows, and we're getting chickens, and everything is just going going crazy again. But some things is impossible to get now, and I don't know how that can be done. Like dogs, you cannot get them. You can't trade them, as far as I know. You can't get the dog unless you have it on your property. And horses, I don't know if you can trade them either. You have to have them. And actually, what I did, I went outside of my property and I pushed a horse into my land, so I got it.
What did you call that? Forced friendship, Greg?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And I tried to tame a llama, and we all know how that works.
Anders had some serious llama drama going on.
As it turns out, that does not get old.
No.
You want to maybe tell us about your little llama
sure.
there, buddy?
It's very fun. So the llama was right on the border, like 1 block away from mine. It just kept walking there. So as soon as it came to me, I started to feed it. And then when you have fed it, you jump up on the back. And when you have been on the back for a while, it gets hard. And then you can jump off, and then you can put a leash on it, and you can bring it home. But what happened is that you can only do things on your own land. And the llama, when I jumped up on the back, walked 1 block away from my land. And that meant that I couldn't even jump off the llama, which is something that has to be fixed, by the way. Because like in my game, I jumped off the llama, everything looked good. I went to my land, I started to shop, and it said, you can't do that, you can't unmount the llama. It said, I'm not even on the llama anymore. So then I disconnected.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
I connected again, and then I'm back on the llama. I'm like, what? Okay, and then I jumped off. I ran away. I disconnected, and I'm back on the llama when I got in again.
It was sort of llamaception over there.
So I'm like, okay, what can I do? Okay, I can teleport away. I I try to teleport away. I log out. I log in, and I'm back on the llama. I change map. I go to the Genesis map, and then I log out and log in, and I'm back on the llama.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure this needs to be fixed, to be honest. Like,
or maybe just like, and Anders, close your ears. Maybe we just fix it for everyone else
except Anders. Right?
That's awesome. That's what you get for jumping a llama. Close to.
Yeah.
Close to the
what
border.
was extra fun here is that the mobs was on before, and then they wanted to change some setting, wanted to make them easier, if I understand it. And he accidentally turned them off, and then I jumped on the llama straight after that, and then the mobs was off, so nothing could kill me, nothing could do anything. And there was no mobs, and then when the mobs was there, they didn't touch me because I had torches below me, and I couldn't remove them or anything. So I was really stuck there. I couldn't do anything.
Nice.
Minecraft problems.
Yeah,
right?
It was fun. Yeah. Llamas are fun.
I like it though. Like I like the fact that like 2 of my favorite people I have a lot of favorite people. So if you're not included in this, please don't get upset, because I'll probably call you out next week, whoever you are in the audience. Anyway, to my favorite people, you know, in the comments recently have been Anders, and we always have a lot of fun, you know, busting Anders' chops about survival. But like, you know, the survival map is starting to fill out now, and that like is kind of seeming to be like where a lot of the action in the Telegram is taking place, and it's again positive action. You know, I was in game, and there's a lot of comments and things that happen in game, and I'm not always in at the same time as Anders. So I don't know if you saw this, Anders, but I was in there with I think it was like Brad the builder or someone, and we were just getting rocked by like all these things. Like Michael's over like doing whatever he's doing, you know, in creative world, and he's just like, dude, are you guys trying to get killed over there? Like because we just kept dying, like we died like 20 times in like 5 minutes, and then like a week later, it's like I gave my roller coaster away, and now I'm in survival world. Like it's just like, it's like the two polar opposites, but at the same time, I think it's going to be beautiful, and I think like I'm really happy.
Expansion into the rest of the Minecraft, like I said. I mean, I personally, not being, you know, decades old Minecraft builder, I mean, I love the creative. It's like a bunch of Legos, you know. So I'm still, but I mean, I'm now obviously learning that, you know, that's a big part of the game, and you know that's part of the allure is you have the whole Minecraft integration aspect of it, and starting to bring in some people that are Minecraft players that, you know, I didn't realize. I was talking to my CEO, and he's like, "Oh yeah, me and my entire family have played for, you know, since whatever. We wrote a robot, and you know, really, you're hired."
Well, I didn't even know there was a creative mode for about 5 years. I didn't know that you could just engage op commands and magic things into the world for a long time. So I come from the completely opposite spectrum, where I am also impressed with the creative build tools, but I love the game. I love the idea of playing by yourself is one thing. But if you have 3 people that can jump on a server and you can trade sheep for blocks, or you can help, like Andrews is exactly right. The thing where one person is looking for mobs with a bow and arrow, and the other person is putting down torches and light, and the third person is doing the work. Right now we're playing cooperatively, and cooperative gameplay is always better.
But you can't use bow and arrow; it's so expensive.
Okay. So you need an enchantment called Infinity. There is an enchantment that you can add to your bow that makes it so you only need 1 arrow forever.
Wow. I like this. I need this.
I think we need a show on this channel where
Greg a bow with like, with power for infinity and flame.
Yeah, Google that. You need to monetize this or do something like that.
Well, here's the thing. One of the things, because he's in my rapid response team for all the for all the communities. Greg and Cowie are doing that, and without them, like the gratitude map would be like 5 people, not like 40 almost, or whatever the hell it is now. Just because, you know, my head is spinning off my shoulders most hours of most days. But what we were talking about doing is bringing Greg on to start interviewing everybody, but making that part of the process. Like, hey, welcome to your land. You know, how's it going? And like you were in with Luminaya yesterday.
Yeah.
And you know, their art is like just stupid good. Like I'm really excited to have them there. And when we were on the show, we just like, oh, Greg is in here hanging out. So we're just like hanging out doing that. But yeah, I think like doing that live on this channel, if you would like, and you know, interviewing them about their project, but also like, hey, here's how you make a bed, and also like watch Anders on Lamos. It's really funny, like just that kind of, you know, introduction thing, or just, you know, how to hire yourself.
There's also there not only are there 8 million YouTube videos, there's a Wikipedia for Minecraft. There's a gamer's Wikipedia that explains how to make everything in the game and what it does. You know, all the different enchantments and how you get them. Start breeding cows and get an enchantment table. That's the first thing.
Greg, I'm going to stop you right there, and this is why, right? Like, because you're not a Minecrafter anymore, so screw you, and think like a crypto person, right? Like we need an NFT for every one of these enchantments that gets released, like one a week, that like, you know, somebody can pick up, and they're the only ones that can watch it. That's what I'm saying.
There you go, right? Limited edition recipes.
That's actually solid. That's solid gold right there.
Yeah, Bianca from the comments. Yes, you do indeed need the Java version of Minecraft to be able to go into the Uplift world. You can still hold the NFTs and buy and sell them if you want, but if you want to be in the world, you got to have Minecraft Java.
let's go back to this idea for a second, please.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
There is 10,000 different tricks like this, right? You make, for real, you make a little short, like 1 to 3 minute video or whatever about this trick, and you only ever sell 5 of them. Like, that's it. 5 of them. Like, oh, you want a trick about an infinite thing? Cool. And can they Google it? Of course they can. Right?
Corey, we have
like,
a plan to have Leon make tutorials.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
we have a plan. We're going to do it.
No, and this is the thing. Like, Jan asked me if I would be okay if Leon interviewed people every week and like taught them stuff about Minecraft. And like, hold on, let me get in.
8, 9 years old.
He's 9 years old. He's like, this is how you make stuff and then things. But like, he wants to like get to know people and like basically do what Uncle Corey's been doing or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, 100%. Sorry, we swear so much.
I want to mention one last thing about the Chicken Cod Genesis NFTs that may not be like, we're working on this right now. There are going to be benefits that are expressed by the Uplift for what you get. And Chicken Ka is actually working on a specific special gift for those that buy the level 3 NFT. And it's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be
any hints?
Yes. It will. Okay, so nothing that we're selling in this sale is inside the city proper.
Right.
We're looking at a way,
but yeah.
Right. Well, okay. No land is being sold inside the city of Chicken Cop proper in this sale. We are looking to. Corey almost gave me a heart attack this morning, which is less funny since I have heart attacks once in a while.
Yeah.
That there are going to be 100 of the level 3 NFTs minted. We are looking for a way to gift people that buy that NFT a small parcel of land within the city of Chicken Ka, 15 by 15 or 25 by 25, and we're not sure exactly where yet, but we have a plan to do something like that. We just haven't voted on it yet, so I can't really announce specifically what the thing is going to be, but we're going to add a bonus onto that.
That's huge.
To that level 3.
Just for context, guys, you know, the smallest or the cheapest land in Decentraland right now is about $7,000, and it's 16 meters by 16 meters. Just want to throw that out there.
Right.
And you know how many diamonds are underground? Fucking none.
Yeah. They also, I might add, in Decentraland, do not have a giant stone chicken on top of a pyramid in the town.
Yeah. So Atari's there? Cool. Do they have a giant chicken? No, they don't.
I will pause it there and say thanks for letting me tune in. I'm jumping off on another call that starts in 2 minutes.
Thanks, Anders.
See y'all in the Minecraft world.
Come back the rest of the show because I think I'm going to drop a comment your way, a compliment your way, which is very rare. So you might want to check this out after.
I will.
Right.
I will. See ya.
See you, Anders.
So I didn't take a look at the prices this morning because I know we changed them to kind of be around the same as the Genesis NFTs in USD value from the Genesis map. But yeah, so like around there. I don't know. It's the things. But I do think the level 3s are going to be 10K wax. So it's a non-trivial amount of wax.
God, what is that now?
$3,000.
Golly.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's the thing. And this is the thing, like they're the ultra rare collectibles, that kind of thing, right?
So sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you finish.
No, you finish.
You hang up first, damn it.
Okay.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say, sorry, I really didn't mean to cut you off. It's not really that important. But I was just gonna say, I think like we need to end the show today. Not now, but whenever we end the show, we need to end the show with giving people the finer point blank bullet details on how to participate in the Genesis Chicken Call event. So don't let me forget that or us forget that because I think that's really thoughtful of you. I don't think it's thoughtful. I think it's the right thing to do. I mean, when you have a production company like we do, like because that just kind of turned into that. It was 2 guys, me and Corey, sitting around talking to ourselves one day, and then we get to Greg, who's been talking to himself online for like I don't know how many years. Michael, he's he
just likes to talk.
He's like, the background.
I used to joke about radio. I'd do this for free if they didn't pay me. Don't tell them, but yeah.
Fair enough. What?
Yeah.
So, you wanted to say something about Red Planet. We're gonna have Red Planet on the show next. Tech Talk on a Tuesday. We're breaking new ground here, Corey, because Tech Talk on a Tuesday is about tech talk, and we're gonna have Red Planet on the show. I kind of want to call it like MythBusters. You know,
it's our planet.
What did I say?
Red Planet. And you said it a bunch. You're clearly excited about it, and I'm here for that.
You know what?
I love that.
I typed it a bunch today and then corrected it. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
There
may be some other project that you know about that
there is actually
sneaking into your consciousness. So
yes.
I mean, Red Fox. And so here's like something I've been discovering recently is that every game on the face of the earth is planning to do something called a land sale. Is that actually going to be land? I don't know. But like that's I mean, coordinates on a map seem to work pretty well for Alien World, so I think that's the benchmark now. Is it a metaverse? Sure, fuck it.
Yes, or Fox or someone. They're taking like basically angel investors for online land now.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a big space, and we've been saying from the jump, like this is not a thing that there will be, a moat around, right? Like people are going to come in and do the same kinds of things because there's so much demand. It'd be crazy if they did, right? But they don't have a Jimmy or a Greg or an EOS USA or an Anders or a Cathedral or a Chicken Caw or a giant fucking chicken or a like that. Like I feel comfortable about where we're at. Well, okay, Alien World has an army. A veritable army of probably thousands of EOS USA Michaels. Wink. But unless you've been nerfed again. But yeah, so
the Sentinels we were just joking about that in the channel today, is that they're getting pretty good at picking up on automation and everything.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So you think their numbers they've been publishing are pretty accurate then?
I run those numbers for them. Man, I can tell you
that so yes, definitely skewed to my advantage.
No, there are no bots because they just disappear out of there because they're all mine. No, I'm just kidding. So it's a battle. I mean, it's not to say that a bunch of computer nerds aren't doing things. And guess what? Uplift's going to fight that same battle, right? I mean,
without a doubt. Yeah,
I hear y'all talking about X-ray vision plugins and all sorts of things. It's amazing what people will do for a penny. But I am somewhat impressed their kind of automation process for trying to detect is developing well. Sometimes it catches the wrong people, but again, it's do something botly.
Yeah, at Chirp when we started trying to automate that kind of catch-all thing, like we caught a bunch of people that were real. Like that's just it's a huge problem.
It's funny, like we were just talking about in the channel is and we'll run the same thing here, is that hey, it's not working right. And the first question is, well, how many accounts do you have? And inevitably, they're like, well, that's why you got nerfed. But they're, and it's, ignorance and not in a bad way, but, they just don't realize that, oh, yeah, the same reason that we don't want you doing 10, the same reason you don't want the other million people doing it, right? But it's twofold. Some are, ignorant of the fact that, hey, I probably shouldn't do that. It didn't stop me. And there are farms of people that do it. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, this is kind of the. I almost want to say like that we've hit kind of the knee of the curve because Alien Worlds was pretty well established when we showed up, and Decentraland was as well. CryptoVoxels had a really good head start, and it'd be really messed up if this wasn't the knee of the curve and things were going to get way crazier, which means that we're all kind of early, which is really fancy. So we'll have to just see what we see.
Well, and I think, like I say, is that it's and of course, we're helping bridging of the projects because it's not
right.
That's part of the benefit of it being, Wax and the ecosystem and the blockchain is, like Our Planet and Alien Worlds, they started exchanging, using their NFTs interchangeably. That's the whole, at least to me, one of the big pieces of it was instead of having a Call of Duty, oh, this gun is only in Call of Duty, you can sell it in Call of Duty, but it only does over here. What if other projects can benefit from it and these partnerships more naturally occur? You're not going to get Sony to integrate a Ubisoft game or something like that, but you'll definitely be able to integrate one smart contract to the other. Matter of fact, whether they want to or not.
Well, and this is the real thing, right? Nice, Bianca. Yeah, our planet. I call myself an our planet degen because I've been building mining assets there for a long time, which EOS USA can attest. When I found out that the ratio of abundant for what you could get in Aether from our planet staking on the abundant Alien Worlds NFTs, I just started buying them up, and I was buying them up one at a time. Like it was like, I need a brain break. I'm gonna buy 100 of these things one at a time. Which is like my stupid little Zen practice. And then, I found out, and we don't know how he got them, but he got many thousands of abundance. So I just went to EOS USA. I'm like, hey, can I buy a bunch? He's like, yeah, I got like 4,500. And I said, okay.
Well, and the indicator is I have number 4 human. I have number 6, both number 8 peacemakers. I mean, like I was there because I know Yates and the DAC crew and everything. So as soon as it was open, I mean, I was within the first, I don't know, 4 miners, we'll say, right?
Right.
Legit outside, obviously the team themselves. So early on, as people started flooding in and whatever, there were some early mover benefits. But yeah, like I say, is that it's obviously not like that anymore. I mean, I regret selling you thousands just because you're a degen now. But
I want to make sure I tell Bianca that there's going to be a reward that will apply to the Uplift for our planet players if you're the first to mint some special thing containing the element Upliftium. We have an element in the Our Planet universe now.
Really?
Yes, it's super cool, and apparently it's going to be real hard to get.
Yeah.
So yeah, the cost to like combine, because of Our Planet, you like stake all these different projects, NFTs, which I think have been ranting about, like community wise. This is such an amazing way to do it. They're giving value to other communities and other projects to kind of create their community, which is awesome win-win-win territory. So you get this ether, and you can go onto their thing and combine different elements, like buy different elements and combine them to get better elements, to combine those to get better elements, to combine those, yada yada yada, right? And the Upliftium is going to cost about 25 million ether, which apparently takes like normies a really long time to make.
I was like, that may be my pending claim.
Nice,
right? Well, and which is good because we haven't minted them yet. But it the first 10 people to mint that, and like it's gonna be have all these things have upgraded mining capacity on Our Planet themselves, right? So that's like you're upgrading your Our Planet mining rate the whole time, which is super cool. But we've got 10 random pieces of land in London, 50 by 50 pieces in London. The NFTs are going to go out to the first 10 people that mint Upliftium on Our Planet, which is like really fun. I dig that a lot.
Gentlemen, I got to get rolling here. Corey has a huge project lined up for me that I have to actually start taking video clips of today, or I'm not going to be done.
Great idea.
And that's my trip to Miami money. So I'm sorry, Mike.
I don't know if you can tell, but I've been multitasking on my big project all the time.
Yeah, I got to get this done because it's my trip to Miami money, and I want to see my buddy Corey in end of April. So got to go get some stuff done.
Fair enough.
All right, man. Love you guys. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, tonight, right? NFT Genesis NFTs for Chicken Con tonight.
Yeah, I think we landed on 8 p.m. There's going to be announcements coming out today. Check out the Twitter and the Uplift.world thing. I think Amblu is actually going to make a video about it, which is also cool. We've got some bullet points for him. He's going
to make a video about Chicken Con?
Well, that and like, here's what you're going to get for the Genesis NFTs.
Wow.
We're going to have 9 trillion questions about it, as usual.
I feel very special now.
Oh, man.
You're so adorable that it's really almost gives me a tummy ache.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. I'm a fan.
Cool.
Well,
we're going to model everything we're going to do. We're going to model our thing after what Uplift does, which is give a shit ton of money to charity. So,
yeah, you're kind of family, and to be fair, like I don't like that you just said that. I really love what Mblu does, and I think what Mblu does is amazing. But I want people to understand that you guys were doing this on your own before, so it's more of a collaboration. Right, like this was the whole thing behind Schipul, and I think this is why it works. Is because you have this old OG crew, and this is why Chicken Car is important. You have this OG crew that was on the same mindset of Jesus. This is becoming poetry. You have this whole OG crew who is on the same mindset as Mblu, and like it's really working well. And I think like I think everyone should be aware of.
Okay, but I'll tell you what's different.
Of the local and the macro. Really.
I'll tell you what makes it different for me is we had no idea how much power we had to do good in the world until we saw what MBlue was doing. Like we didn't realize how big our contribution could be. So he really has given us a sense of that we're bigger than we thought we were. So
I'm a like obviously if you know anything about me, like I'm a big fan of what MBlue does. I'm a big fan of the education thing, but I also think like bringing it down to a micro level is equally as important. So,
right.
For me,
we have a thing here called school lunch debt, and we want to fucking destroy that idea.
Yeah.
We want to pay all that off and be done with it.
And I mean, like, and again, like I don't want to say anything that comes across the wrong way. Like fixing problems it is awesome, but like the U.S. has one of the largest poverty populations in the world, right? And this is a first world country, right? This is a country that like has everything. Apparently, this is a country that people escape to. So I think a lot of charities, which MBlue and I and maybe Corey as well, and other people have touched on, like they focus on outside of the world, and I think like. From what I saw in Hawaii when I was there with schools, this is equally as important, right? So, like don't get me wrong, I've been a fan of what MBlue does around the world and trying to help them, bring this to other countries with like issues with resource management and thing as well. But like things that happening in your own backyard are equally as important. So, please don't discount that for yourself, Greg.
I promise I will never do it again.
Don't promise. I'm just saying I want you. I want to give my admiration to you as well, because a lot of people will walk by the homeless man on the street every single day, and then fill in their tax report because they donated money to some other country. There's a balance that needs to be had, right? And I think this is what I love about Chicken Caw, is because you guys are putting forth this thing that is going to be localized. And so
you guys don't see Angry Greg very often, but our local homeless problem is it's phenomenally bad, and it's disgraceful even by Florida standards. We're about 8th in population, and we're 2nd in total number of homeless people in my county, because nobody gives a shit. Well, I don't want to say nobody gives a shit. Nobody with the purse strings of the county government gives a shit. And so it hasn't been fixed. And we actually, one of the things we have in mind is to show a model for permanent supportive housing that is just based on need and nothing else. Not how drunk you are, how sober you are, how much you deserve it. We're just going to fucking house people until there's no more homeless people. And that's how Finland solved the problem. So we feel like there's a model that works.
That's how Utah solved the problem.
Same thing.
This is the thing. Like when Greg first started telling me about this housing first thing, I was like, oh, like all the problems you might think about or whatever. Well, cool. Has anyone tried it? Yes. Did it work? Yes. Like completely fucking yes. Right?
80% better than what we do now.
It's amazing, and it's cheaper. It's like it like that. You guys doing this as an example, right? Where you have your the Chicken Caw donate account or whatever, and it's not to build a school, it's to buy a homeless people a house that they can rotate through as they upgrade their lives. Like fucking sign me the fuck up. Like that's that's what we're doing here. Whatever.
Yep.
What 1014 fucking show over.
Go to the National Coalition for the Homeless website. Look up Housing First as a model and permanent supportive housing. And what our intent is to buy one at a time, buy houses and put people in them until they recover enough to move on. And that means not pushing them to be sober, not pushing them to change things they're not ready to change yet. Is just get them fucking housing. That's game over. That's the whole thing. So, and it works really well and it's cheap. So I got to go.
Or food or education or whatever.
Right.
Or
yes.
You pile all those services on. You pile all those services on once they're housed. Housing first, everything else comes after.
Boom.
That's how we do it. Love you guys.
Love you as well. Thanks.